Wow, good morning. You are welcome to this morning's edition of Dialogue Box, and we are so excited talking about our work on the national scene. We've been giving you updates on how much has been happening around and what we can do to our nation from different aspects. And we have said it again that you are a major contributor to building the nation. No matter what it is, you are a builder, you have your own quota to contribute, and you too can make a difference. So you are welcome to this morning's edition of Dialogue Box. And don't forget, this morning, this is the Friday edition where we talk presidency. So you are joining us to talk presidency this morning, and our individual for analysis is Peter Obi. So we'll be looking at Peter Obi, and I believe as we analyze his character, his achievements, his governance records, we can decide if he is a candidate that can be featured for the 2023 elections. But before we do that, let's just give you some heads up of some of what is happening around the country. First of all, we have it that the Nigerian Labour Congress is asking the federal government to revert to the old pump price of petroleum. So in other words, all that the PPRA, that's the PPPRA, Petroleum Product Pricing Regulatory Agency, are doing is that they said they are regulating or deregulating the industry, but even with that, they are still to guide the prices. And they have said that from going forward, the prices will increase from the 121 to 123 that was obtainable. It will now be 140 to 143. That's a liter of petroleum will range between 140 to 143. So the Nigerian Labour Congress is asking them to go back to the former price. Then we also have the Zenith Bank has been ranked as the #1 bank in Nigeria by Tier 1 Capital. That's like a rating agency rather. So they have given the Zenith Bank as the #1 financial institution in Nigeria for now. So we say congratulations to Zenith Bank for that. Then we have it in a very concerning way from the Northeast, saying that most of the Christian bodies over there are agitating that over 8,000 people have been lost to insurgency. We use the word lost, but in the real sense of the word, we believe they are not lost. So they said 8,317 people have been killed as a result of the insurgency. So we have been working on the issue of security, talking about improving security across the nation and asking the federal government to do much more, not the allegations and counter allegations between different military bodies. So we're asking the government to step up the work in the Northeast region to ensure that that region is free from any such issues like the militia attacks, the unnecessary kidnappings, and the religious conflict that they've been experiencing for a while. So this is not a very good one coming from the Northeast, and we would like the federal government to do much more in improving security in the region. Then the federal government has also instituted a probe on the Federal Medical Center in Lokoja, Kogi State yesterday. That was on Thursday, and this was initiated by the Presidential Task Force on the COVID-19, the PTF. So they believe that whatever attack has taken place there is not just what should be left. So they should do much more to unravel what was behind it and what led to it. And for us, the coronavirus pandemic is still on a high side, and even the minister is still saying that Nigerians should expect more infections and increase in number. And we are saying that no matter what, we have a work to do, and that work is to engage Nigerians, give them the right orientations. So the minister telling Nigerians that they should expect more infections, we don't think that's the right one. Much more should be done to even sell and promote hope. And this issue of people giving up because they heard that maybe somebody close to them tested positive for COVID-19. We read of a report where a woman slumped and died when she heard that her husband had tested positive for COVID-19. That's not good at all. So in other words, she has seen COVID-19 as death sentence, and that is not the case. So the minister should not sell the fear pandemic. So no matter what is happening, we have a work to do. Give the right orientation, sell hope, and let people know that COVID-19 is not a death sentence. We even got feedback and reports that in Delta State, there's a lot of apprehension that the governor, Okowa, has been tested positive, and his wife and some members of his family, that a lot of the members of the public and those who are in the government circles are already very apprehensive. So we are saying no to that. That should not be the case at all. No matter what, death sentence is not equivalent to testing positive for COVID-19. COVID-19 is just some symptoms that have been detected, and don't forget that most of them have to do with the regular symptoms that people have for malaria, maybe the high fever, the temperature, the loss of taste, and whatever it is. So COVID-19 is not a death sentence. So give yourself more hope to that effect, and we're asking the federal minister of health to do much more than just telling people to expect more infections. All right, moving on, we have excuse me, we have that the military has dismantled illegal refineries in the south region, because a lot of that region has been experiencing a lot of building of illegal refineries, because for now Nigeria is still importing most of their petroleum products. So the DHQ, that's the defense headquarters, has sent military bodies to that region, and they've dismantled the illegal refineries in the south region, and those that they call oil thieves. So we believe that much more will be achieved with this. Then in Edo State, as Edo State prepares for the upcoming gubernatorial election in the month of September, Adams Oshomole, the former national chairman, and Odigye Oyegun have been mandated to be members of the APC campaign for the gubernatorial election coming up. So we say congratulations to Adams. Sorry. Don't worry, this is just is a slight reaction that will not hold us down. So as we're saying, congratulations to Adams Oshomole and Odigye Oyegun for this nomination, and we believe that they will do well and work in an atmosphere of peace and true reconciliation. Then we have on the power sector, we told you during this week, we gave us insight into what was happening in the power sector, that a lot is happening, especially with the distribution companies asking for increase in tariffs. And we were also very excited that at the end of it all, the National Assembly and the presidency were able to step in to tell them to hold on for that increment, and that really took effect. And so we are saying well done. But while that is going on, we've also said that all that needs to be done to make that sector perform better should be put in place. A lot of us recommended that prepaid meters should be out and everybody should have access to it. It's not something that should be like maybe after applying for prepaid meters, you have to go through another process, or even having allegations that they have to, pay special staff members for whatever it is. We don't want that. So issue of corruption should reduce drastically in Nigeria, and we should hear more of encouraging reports. Then we also gave us a heads up on the security situation, which we have already mentioned, that in the northeast region, much more should be done by the federal government to curb the rising insurgency even now, and even with the churches crying now that a lot of their members are being lost to insurgency, and we said no, that much more should be done by the government to tackle this. Then we also said that testing positive is not a death sentence. So wherever you are, send a message out. The fact that somebody close to you has tested positive to COVID-19 does not mean that the person has been left for dead. No, it is a symptom that can be treated, and most of them are recovering. Even as at yesterday, we got reports that over 10,000 people have recovered from COVID-19. So if one person dies, it shouldn't overshadow the fact that a lot more are recovering from it. So we should sell hope and let Nigerians know that no matter what is happening out there, they can and they will definitely overcome. All right, so today we are looking at Let's Talk Presidency. I wish we had a montage that would just roll and give you some musical background and a brief of what we are talking about, but we know that you are with us, so as we are improving, we will get some of this stuff and production equipment to give us some of these things we're talking about. But for now, wherever you are, get your pen ready, get your phone numbers, your phone rather ready, as we give us all that we need to know about Peter Obi, who was the vice presidential aspirant. He contested with Atiku Abubakar in the 2019 general election. So what do we need to know about him? Because a lot more people have been nominating him to be a candidate for the upcoming 2023 election, to be actually a presidential candidate. But we need to know much more about this individual called Peter Obi. So I would like you to just sit back and watch as we give you a brief of who this man is and what we should expect from him. First, we need to know that Peter Obi is a Nigerian politician and businessman who was the vice presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party in the year 2019 general election, and he was born on 19th July 1961. So that means in this month of July, he will be 59 years. He was born in Onitsha. He was the former governor of Anambra State. He served from March 17, 2006 to November 2006, when he was impeached on 9th February 2007. And between that 9th February 2007 to May 29, 2007, when his impeachment was overturned. So although a fresh election was held on April 29, 2007, a court ruling led to his being reappointed as the governor of the state on June 14, 2007. So he won in February 6, he won in the February 6, 2010 election for a second tenure as governor. So he had served in Anambra State as a two-term governor, and though in his first tenure there were some irregularities here and there, he later got his the right injunction from the court, and he was reinstated as the governor, and he also won for the second tenure. Then for his education, he graduated from the University of Nigeria, Nsukka. That's where he obtained his Bachelor of Arts degree. Then he also has a degree in the Lagos Business School, the Nigerian Harvard Business School, and several others. You can read up more on his educational background, but these are some of the basics. Then, as talking about his awards, he has won several notable awards. In fact, there are so many, so let me just give you a brief of them from here. He has been the Sun Newspaper Man of the Year in the year 2007, the Thisday newspaper's most prudent governor in Nigeria. That's another award that was given to him in 2009. Champion newspapers, Nigeria's most trustworthy governor. That's in 2009. Then West Africa ICT Development Award for Governor of the Year. Then we also have the Zik Leadership Prize Award in 2011. The Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation Best Performing Governor for Immunization in the year 2012. So it goes on. The awards are really much. So in other words, he has done a lot in the governance sector, and he has also achieved a lot for that region for him to be getting all of these awards. He was even the Silverbird Television's Man of the Year 2013. So you can see that Peter Obi has let's call it the necessary requirements to be a presidential candidate. And just like we did with Ahmed Tinubu last week, when we gave him all the analysis from different angles and why we think he should be a very good candidate, and some people saying they think otherwise. So we are going to do the same today. If you believe that Peter Obi is the right individual that should be featured as a candidate in the 2023 election can send in your comments. Let's look at these people, because we are also helping Nigerians to have the right frame of mind from this time, because as at the time of the elections approaching, people should not just see candidates being thrust on their faces. At least they should have had some very strong background knowledge about these people, and they should say, okay, we have already made up our minds that these are the people, or this is the person we are going for. And they should have their reasons. And we have said it, that election is not just a time for maybe a party to settle and say, okay, come and vote for this person, and you don't even know much about the person and you just vote. So we believe that a lot more education, enlightenment should be done, so that more Nigerians can know more about these individuals that are likely going to be featured as candidates in the 2023 election. And that is what Let's Talk Presidency is all about. And we said every Friday we devote time to analyze individuals who we think are going to be featured, or people have been nominating, because right now people have nominated Peter Obi to be a candidate in the 2023 election. So what do you think? Do you think it's also he has everything, that the qualities that can take Nigeria to the next level? And if you think otherwise, why? So you can call us now, 090-5252-5107. So the numbers are on the screen. You can see it right now, 090-5252-5107. What do you think about the individual, the former governor of Anambra State, who has served a 2-time tenure for president in 2023? Call us now, send us your comments, and let us talk more about this individual. And don't forget that this is from the Southeast region. So from that region, we also need to know that a lot of agitations have been going on, that there's been some form of marginalization of the Southeast. So if it is true, do we have a very good candidate that can be featured from that region? And if we do, then let us talk about them, bring them out, and let's see how we can sell these candidates to the general public, talking about those in the Southeast region. So whatever it is you have in mind concerning a candidate like Peter Obi, we would like you to send in your comments right now, and let's talk about it. All right, we have one or two comments here. Grace Emmanuel says that, wow, he has a clean record. That's good. No corruption allegation in that sense. Then we also have Yeshua Iben saying, wow, Peter Obi for president, great topic. And it continues by saying, I like Peter Obi as a person because he has contributed immensely to the nation's development. And I'm of the opinion that he is the kind of president Nigeria needs in 2023. But the question is, will the West and North vote for him? In Nigeria, people vote along ethnic lines. So this is the point that Yeshua Iben is making, that though the man himself is good, he has contributed immensely to the nation's development, but he is of the opinion that in other regions, people might not vote for him because they vote along ethnic lines. So what can be done? Do we have some solutions in sight, and what do we propose as a way of curbing this without resulting to conflict in any of the regions? So if you think Peter Obi is a right man, let's talk about him. And if we adopt him as a right man, then we also brand him to the public, sell him to the public, and let's have everybody contribute their own quota. All right, we have a call coming in here. Let's take it. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Who is on the line?
My name is Harrison, and I'm calling from Ikeda.
Okay, Harrison, you are welcome. Thank you so much for calling in.
Thank you so much. Welcome, Nigeria. You're doing so very well, and we are grateful.
Thank you so much. So what's your take on, we are analyzing Peter Obi for president in the 2023 election?
I didn't hear that.
I said, what is your take as we analyze Peter Obi as the individual that should be featured in the 2023 election for the presidential candidate?
Okay. This is a political take, not a personal take.
Yes.
And that's why I must commend your program because it's aimed at cultivating the political consciousness of Nigerians.
Yes.
All right. Peter Obi as an individual is a great man.
Okay.
And he has proven to be an astute administrator of public finance.
Okay.
Okay. So we must give it to him. He's an accomplished, successful financial manager.
Okay.
And he also did well as a political leader in Anambra State for the 8 years that he was there.
Okay.
But you see, these things are not correct indices in projecting his suitability for the presidency in 2023.
Okay.
Okay, because so many things are involved. One of the things involved is this: as an individual, see, national politics is different from state politics, and politically, he hasn't proven to be a force. Okay? Even in Anambra State, don't forget that he became a governor through the mantra of Ojukwu and Abga.
Yeah.
And the first time he had to prove his worth and salt as a political influencer or political leader, he failed. Okay? When he supported Obazele, against this incumbent governor in PDP, they couldn't unseat this governor. And we also saw that he was not a very, very solid force for the last outing when he was considered the running mate to Atiku Abubakar.
Yeah.
So for him as a person is good. Looking at his track record, especially in public financing, is suitable. But where I have issues is that he is yet to asserting himself as a political force. That is one, as a person. Secondly, is also his political environment. Yeah. Okay. His political environment. This is of PDP, and the way things are going. One of the ways PDP can have a ride over APC is by fielding a northern candidate for 2023.
A northern candidate?
So yes, for 2023. So it is certainly possible that people want to zero their candidature from the north. And if that is the case, Peter Obi is not from the north. That is one. And secondly, even in the PDP, Peter Obi does not have sway. Peter Obi does not have followers in PDP and does not have political followers anywhere. So if it is something that he desires, then he has to begin work in earnest. Because politically speaking, he hasn't positioned himself for that of it. But as a person, can he handle the presidency? Can he do well? I would say yes.
Yes.
But in his political drive and political positioning, has he positioned himself for that enviable position? My answer is no.
Okay, before we let you go, Harrison, I think you have been talking a lot about political influence. So for a man like Peter Obi, who we think can be a suitable candidate for handling public finance and the rest, how do you think he can increase his influence even at this time and build it up before the 2023 period?
Yes, one of the ways is meritorious service to the political class or political party or association, as it were. You know, one of the challenges that Peter Obi had is that had it been he started in PDP 8 years ago, maybe by now he would have gotten his own clique or followers within that political association. But because he jumped gun, he left Abga for PDP, and ever since he has not even cemented his presence in the PDP for national influence. You and I know that some governors also can dictate the direction of PDP, the likes of Governor Wike and the rest of them. This is not a certified associate of any of these ones. And even in the northern political oligarchy, he doesn't belong there. Religious-wise, he doesn't belong there. So national politics for him now is if he desires that, he needs to work because he hasn't started. Politically, he hasn't started.
All right. Thank you so much, Harrison. We really appreciate your call. Thank you so much.
Thank you for all you're doing.
All
I
right.
appreciate your passionate and taking exposes on national issues.
Thank you so much. Thank you. All right, so we have heard from thank you. Bye. We have heard from Harrison, and he has given us some very notable information for us to consider. That Peter Obi is a good man as an individual. He has what it takes to handle public finance and take care of public institutions. But the issue is that he has not gathered enough influence to be able to sway the nation to vote for a man like him. So Harrison is of the opinion that he should get closer to like other PDP governors and political associates, and even cross boundaries, go beyond just the eastern and the southern region to even see how to get closer to some of the power brokers in the northern region. That's a lot for him to do now, but like he said, if he really wants to be a very strong candidate to be considered for the 2023 elections, these are some of the things he has to do. So we are also saying that for those who are supporting Peter Obi, who are nominating him for a time like this, if they have the opportunity to also get across to those who are maybe campaigning seriously for him, they can also give some of these counsel that the political influence has to be worked on. No matter how good you are as an individual, you have to consider the fact that you are also working in a political scene, a political environment, and in all that you do, you must put all of this into consideration. So we have more comments coming in right now. We'd like you to send in your comment. You can call us. The numbers have been on the screen: 09052525107. So call us. Then we have a comment here from Grace Emmanuel, because before then we had Yeshua Iben saying that the question is the North and South, or rather the North and the West will not vote for him because people vote along ethnic lines. And Grace Emmanuel replied by saying that it is high time we leave ethnic differences aside in Nigeria. We can't move further than this as a country if we don't come together. Forget ethnicity. Peter Obi is great for president. Where is Kenagbo and the rest? I'm looking forward to hearing from Kenagbo. So wherever you are, know that we are asking for you, because you were the major proponent of Peter Obi when we were considering Tinubu last week. So come and talk to us more and give us more reasons why most people should consider an individual like Peter Obi. Then we have more comments. We have more comments here that Peter Obi is suitable for vice president, not president. Like Harrison said, he has not proven himself. That's talking about influence. Coco is saying that Fashola will do better. So another nomination has started. Enjoy change. Peter Obi for president. Well, he did well as a governor. He is accountable, but I think he should work as a vice president first. This is from Joy Chinedu Samuel. In other words, he did well as a president, but a lot still has to be done from the angle of influence. I'm sure that's why Joy is recommending that he should serve as a vice president first. So send in your comment and let's talk, because we need people like him. Transparent, handling of public institutions without any serious bias, and he has done quite well when he was a two-time governor of Anambra State. But like in Anambra State as at that time, another major issue was that his public carriage was not very strong. It was not a man that could come out and talk and say, I want this to be done in the state, not really as a dictator, but that his voicing and everything was just too soft, and they didn't think he could do so well. That was another issue that was being considered. Let's take this call right now. Let's take this call. Just a second. Okay, we'll connect. So while we are taking that call, has it connected? While we are taking that call, we'll also get you more facts. But like we have said, a lot is already being considered. So we need more. Everyone talking about influence, and Harrison has said he should just work on it. It's a deliberate work. You just have to do it for you to improve and increase your influence across the political party where you are, across the nation, and also to be a strong force to be considered in the nation as at this time. And that is why Joy Chinedu Samuel is recommending that he should be a vice president first. Okay, I think we have a call from, hello.
Hello.
Good morning, who is on the line?
Good morning. Am I on from Global Nigeria?
Yes, you are on. Is this Joy Chinedu Samuel? I can see.
Yes, please.
Okay, all right. So you are welcome. What is your take on Peter Obi for president?
Well, Peter Obi, he's a good man, and as a governor, he worked as a governor. He did very well as a governor.
Okay.
But I don't think that he's ready for becoming our president for now. He still needs to be able to work with people and be able to gather a lot of momentum.
Okay.
Before he can go in for presidency. So I think I'm suggesting that he can work with someone for now.
Okay.
Maybe as a vice president or something before he will be able to. Because once becoming a president, you need to be able to gather momentum.
Okay.
You need to be able to work with people. It's not something that you have to work alone. So I think he needs to. Presently, I think he's in PDP right now.
Okay.
He needs to be able to gather momentum to become a president.
Okay, so gathering momentum here is
he can actually support someone strong that is coming for presidency for now.
For now, okay. So and that means gathering momentum here. You're also towing the line of Harrison that said he should increase his influence. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much for calling.
But
so
he is a good man.
Yeah.
He's accountable. He's followed that. So when you're talking about funds, he knows how to manage funds.
Yeah.
But he's not ready. I don't think he's ready for that position right now.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. And that was Joy Chinedu Samuel calling from Anambra State. Thank you so much. Then we have Christian Etemike giving us his okay, he's just sending us his greetings. Good morning, beloved Blossom family, and good morning, Christian. So whatever you think, we are rounding off now. Your thoughts, your comments should keep coming in. Don't forget that we are not giving up on anybody. We are just saying that these are the individuals that people are nominating for presidency in the upcoming 2023 election. And we don't want to a situation where we need to wait till that time and candidates will just be thrust on the face of Nigerians. So they should have the opportunity to choose, to look at the good side, the bad, and the ugly. But we believe that most of these candidates or individuals have what it takes. But whatever they think are some of the side effects, they can look and make up their minds if they still want those people to continue or not. So from what we have gotten today so far, everybody has commended Peter Obi's governance attributes, the fact that he has done well as a governor and also is able to manage public funds, public finances. He doesn't have any serious challenge in that aspect. So when we talk about corruption, we can give him thumbs up. But apart from that, we also, from what we have gotten today, a lot of people think that his political influence needs to be worked on if he must be considered as a candidate, a strong candidate for the 2023 presidential election. And a good man like Peter Obi, like we have always said, and like what Harrison said, is not just about being good. You have to also work deliberately on improving and increasing your influence, talking about a complex nation like Nigeria. But on Dialogue Box and our Blossom Nigeria platform, we are working towards letting everybody know that they have their own quota to contribute. So thank you so much for being a part of this program. And like we have said, we'll upload this on our website, www.blossomnigeria.com. And on our Facebook page, you will find it there for the whole day. So invite more people to watch invite them to share their opinion. And the more we talk, the more we know that we are talking our nation in the right direction. It's not just about talking for nothing. We are proffering solutions. Thank you so much for staying with us, and have a wonderful weekend. We'll see you again on Monday. I am Blossom, and I believe in the Nigerian dream.